Wednesday morning, June 23rd. You're coming in with Terry Dwayne Ashford, Street Now News. This morning, our focus is StreetNOW Sports, tennis, specifically with a focus on Wimbledon 2021. I'm Terry Dwayne Ashford. Whoa, it's all getting started for you on June 28, 2021, and today is June 23rd with Terry Dwayne Ashford, StreetNOW Sports, tennis, specifically, all for you, from Washington, D.C., the metropolitan area. I'm him in the car, seat that guy, brought to you from SN News first, and then StreetNOW Sports. Starting up with some news around tennis. And Wimbledon is that news this morning, Wednesday morning it is. And we're talking about Naomi, who won't be playing Wimbledon this year, who has opted to take personal time off to be with friends and to get ready for the Tokyo Olympics this year. And Naomi Osaka has pulled out of the Roland Garros, and this is the second Grand Slam of the year that she's pulling out of after winning the Australian Open 2021. Tokyo is the hosting nation for the 2021 Olympic Games, Japan, and Naomi Osaka will be playing under the Japan's flag. Rafael Nadal has also pulled out of Wimbledon 2021 this year. You are coming in right in with SN News here in Washington, D.C., right in time, too, for the seeding. The seedings for the men and ladies singles and doubles draw were released today, Wednesday, June 23rd, with number one player Novak Djokovic seeded number one and Ash Barty leading the women's seedings list. From SN News, I'm Terry Dwayne Ashford. We're reporting this information for you from Washington, D.C., the metropolitan area here in the United States of America. Looking forward to Wimbledon in 1 week, less than 1 week actually. June 28th is the start date for Wimbledon 2021. Well, Novak Djokovic is seeded number one, but he is not only the seeded number one, he also starts as the defending champion, having beaten Roger Federer in the 2019 final. Remember, 2020, there wasn't a Wimbledon due to the COVID pandemic. So the defending champion currently at this time is Novak Djokovic, number one seeded player. The Serbian will aim for his sixth trophy at the All England Club. And number one seeded player on the women's side is going to be our own Ash Barty of Australia. She won her first major at Roland Garros in 2019, and she hopes to improve her record this year at Wimbledon. I think she's only reached as far as the fourth round. The 25-year-old Australian retired with a left thigh injury during the second round match of Roland Garros recently. So we are looking forward to see how she does this year at Wimbledon 2019. I'm Terry Dwayne Ashford, SN News. Let us take a look at the seedings as they were released today, Wednesday, June 23rd. Novak Djokovic seeded number one from Serbia. We're looking at the fact that Dominic Thiem is seeded number four. He's still in. Remember that Rafael Nadal has pulled out of Wimbledon 2021, and Roger Federer now bumps up to be seeded number seven. He's seeded number 7. We're looking at Monfils from France. He's seeded number 14. Some particular players here that we're paying attention to, and we're looking at the fact that John Isner, American, seeded number 29. He's up there. He's also playing Wimbledon this year. Let's look over at the ladies now. Ash Barty is seeded number 1. Simona Halep seeded number 2. Sophia Kenin, American, seeded number 5. Serena Williams is seeded number 7. Iga Swiatek, runner-up at Roland Garros, seeded number 8. And we're looking at Carolina Pliskova, seeded number 9. And those are your seeding announcements from SN News, StreetNOW News here in Washington, D.C. I'm Terry Dwayne Ashford reporting from Washington, D.C., the metropolitan area. All for you. The seating list that was released today, Wednesday, June 23rd, announced to you by SN News, StreetNOW News, Terry Dwayne Ashford here in Washington, D.C. That list can be found directly at www.wimbledon.com. That's www.wimbledon.com. That's spelled WIMBLEDON.com. All for you. And you can find the seating list there released today for you. This particular news is coming to you again from SN News, StreetNOW News here in Washington, D.C. from Terry Dwayne Ashford, your journalist and chief broadcaster. Music credit goes to LiQWYD, and the song is called Night Out. This particular programming was produced by Terry Dwayne Ashford, managed by Terry Dwayne Ashford, directed by Terry Dwayne Ashford. Reporting is that of Terry Dwayne Ashford. Photograph on the cover of this particular programming, and also within the video is Terry Dwayne Ashford unmasked. All voiceovers and voice in this particular programming is that of Terry Dwayne Ashford. The date is June 23rd, Wednesday. And you're listening to SN News, StreetNOW Sports. Tennis, specifically.